scenery or something like that always attracts me. Very nicely done, Lynn. I love that. Okay. Now we're going to go to C, and G is going to choose a definition. Go ahead, C.
Yeah. To arrange something or the part of something into the particular order or structure, I think with organized.
Okay. You are arranging, you are organizing, you're absolutely correct. Make a sentence now. Make a sentence using that word organize.
I need to organize the party at this weekend.
Okay, very, very good. That's exactly. Many times if we're going to have a party, we have to organize it, don't we? Very good. So you know what, everybody? I think you did well with your sentence structure. Okay.
Yes.
I think you all know your grammar part of these lessons really, really well. I want you to become fluent. So I'm going to be helping you with your pronunciation today, especially because I think you all have the ability to become very, very fluent. It just takes a little bit of work and a little bit of tweaking. I'm going to help you today. Now, at the beginning of the class, I told you that we were going to learn 6 new words. All right, so there are the 6 new words that we just got done learning. Attract, unique, audience, lively, organize, and clearly. So you learned 6 new words, and you all made very, very good sentences. I loved your sentences, really, really. They were awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to go to our next slide, and we are going to go to the grammar part. Now, this is something that all of you are doing really good at already. Okay, so here is the structure that we're going to be using. It's found in this here red box. Okay. Here's an example as to what we could say. You need to use visual aids to make your presentation more attractive. Okay, so you need to use visual aids to make your presentation more attractive. Now, there are some suggestions in the blue box that says, attract audience by visual aids, make presentation clear, pictures, visualize presentation, make it lively, organize presentation, flow charts, make presentation unique, and add more pictures or videos to the presentation. Now, let's start off. Tao, how would you like to start off and make a sentence using that structure?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Let me hear
it. You need to attract audience by visualize.
Nice. You know what, Tao? That was perfect. It was your structure. You put it all in the right order. Okay. However, I want to help you with one word. Impress. Impress. Say that word. There you go. Much, much better that time. Thank you, Tao. Now let's go to Dung. Dung, you try to make a sentence using that structure.
Yes, you need to make your presentation clear with the picture.
You're right. So with a picture, you need to make the presentation clear. Okay. That time, Dung, everything that you said was very understandable. I don't need to correct anything. Okay, so you're getting better. Good job. Lynn, it's your turn.
You need you need
Needed to.
visualize presentation to make it lovely. Yeah.
Okay. Now that was really, really good. Let's practice one word. Presentation. Presentation.
Presentation.
There you go. Presentation. That time you said it very, very clear. It was crystal clear. If you were visiting Canada, everybody would have understood your pronunciation of presentation. So just remember, if you find a word hard to say, just do this. Okay? Do this. What I just wrote down. Divide it into syllables. Presentation. 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 Okay? So remember to divide the words into syllables. That will help you to always say the word correctly. Okay? Now let's go to theme. See, I want you to use that structure now and to make a sentence for me.
Yes. You needed to add more pictures or videos in the presentation.
Okay, very, very good. So we need to have more pictures or videos in the presentation. Now, see, it's to me like you know a lot about presentations. Do you ever give a presentation?
Presentation.
Yeah, do you have to give a presentation at work?
Presentation.
So many times a presentation is when we have to stand up and give a speech. Okay, we're at a meeting and we have to talk to people. Okay, that's what a presentation is. Just so that everybody knows, at university, this is a subject that I teach. I teach ones to give presentations. I teach, it's called English public speaking. Okay, English public speaking. Teach. It's perfect. That's what a presentation is when you are doing public in front of an audience. Now, many people get very, very nervous when they're giving a speech in front of an audience. I help them so that they don't get nervous. Okay? So that's what I do. So really nice, everybody. Okay? So we're going to move on now. And in our next slide, this will be a very, very helpful slide for you because you get to practice having a conversation with one another. Okay, so you're going to work in pair work. You're going to discuss with your partner to answer the questions in just about 3 minutes. I'll give you each about 3 minutes. You're going to have a slide with only plain text and a slide with videos and images. Which one do you prefer? Give the reasons for your preference. Okay, so look at the two pictures. Before you start, I want you to look at the two pictures, and you can see the teacher right here. She's using a picture in her presentation to the class. And the woman, the other teacher right here, she is using a bit of a chart to give a presentation to the class. So that's what I want you to talk about together. Decide which one you prefer. So Tao, I'm going to start with you and Doom. You and Doom are going to have the first conversation. So go ahead.
Hello Thảo.
Hello, Dung.
How are you today?
I thank you.
Thảo, have you ever done presentation in your company?
I never make presentation in my company.
Oh yes. I want a question for you. A slide with only plain text and a slide with video and image. Which one do you prefer?
I think I prefer the slide with only plain text
Why do you prefer the slide with only plain text?
because it's easy to make and I can get on information from it.
But I think that a slide with video and image is lively and attractive. So I think that you should make a slide with visual and image.
Why do you prefer the slide with video and image?
I think that the slide with video and is very lively and attractive. So I like it. I prefer it too much in my presentation. Okay, thank you, Thảo.
Very, very nicely done. So Tao and Doom, I think that both of you should put a big smile on your face. And I think you should sit back and be pretty proud of yourself. Because you want to know something? If you were in Canada and you were talking to somebody in Canada about what they prefer when it comes to presentation, I hope you realize that they would have understood you. So I want your confidence level to be way up here. Okay?
Yes.
That was well done. Be happy with yourself. Okay? Please keep practicing. Don't stop practicing because you're that close to becoming very, very fluent. I loved it. That was really, really good. Okay, now we're going to allow Lynn and Thee to practice. Okay, so let's listen as they go over this information now.
Hello, Lynn.
Hello, Thủy.
Can you tell me like a slide with only plain text and a slide with videos and images? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the slide with video and images.
Why?
Right. It's very attractive with me because it's very it have many feature. It's not make me boring. It's not have it's not have it's not make me to read to read.
Yeah, if you want to read, I think you should use a slide with only plain text. And
I don't. I think. I think if the slide with the if the slide is text, you make more. You need more time to read and more time to understand. Um, understand. What do you think about the slide with the video and image?
yeah, I think with the video, a slide with videos and image, I think is attracts audience.
Why?
Lively, it's lively, and it can show the more info what that I need to give information more to audience, and you can and
It not make me boring. You can
Job.
me.
yes,
Oh, and uh, uh,
and it's technology modern.
Okay, let me just interrupt the two of you. Okay, now you may have noticed, you may have been watching me as well when you were having your conversation, and you may have noticed a smile come on my face. It's because I found that you were very interesting. Okay, that's the only reason why I was smiling. Like for instance, you said, Lynn, you didn't find it boring? You know, because some presentations can be very, very boring. And so I like that. I like when you were thinking, see your wheels just turning in your brain, and you were trying to think about what to say. And that's exactly what we do when we want to have a conversation. You ask a lot of questions, don't you? When you ask, it allows the other person to take the time to answer the question. And that's what we have to do in order to have a conversation. Now, Lynn, if you were in Canada, everybody would have understood you as well. Okay, so I think the four of you should be very, very proud of yourself. You had a good conversation, and that should build up your confidence. Now, you know what I liked about today's class so far? Is all of you actually turned off your Vietnamese, and you were thinking only in English. Imagine that. You did. You turned off your Vietnamese, and you were thinking only in English. So way to go, everybody. That was awesome. It's showing me that you're really starting to progress in the English language.
Đi vào đi vệ sinh, lên đi ngủ đi. Không nằm đấy xong tí nữa gọi không dậy được.
Okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take a look at our next page, and this is where we get to look at some of the common mistakes that other students have made. Okay, so when it comes to grammar, other students have said something like this. They said, I need including more images. That is not the correct way to say it. The correct way of saying it is this. I need to include more images in order to have a better presentation. Okay, so I need to include more images. Now, under pronunciation, there are two confusing words, and many of my students get confused with them. The first word is attract. The second word is attack. They look alike, and the only difference is the R and the T compared to the A and the K. So attract. So there are a lot of women in the class. Maybe you are very, very beautiful, and the men, they are attracted to you. So they like to look at you because you're beautiful. Okay, so that's what the word attract means. You attract people to you. Attack is completely different. It's completely different. It's violent. Somebody comes up and they start hitting somebody. They are attacking them. Okay, that is attack. The bad word. It's violent. Okay, so that's the difference. Look at the sentence practice. He attacks me to attract me. Okay, he attacks me to attract me. So that's the difference. That's how you could use those words in a sentence. Okay, so please try to avoid those common mistakes that other people have made in the past. Okay? Now we're going to take a moment and we're going to take a look at ways that I can help you when it comes to your pronunciation. So let's see what I know. Let's go to our assessment page now. Okay, so see, I want to help you with the word slide. Slide. Okay, so practice saying that word slide. Many of the Vietnamese people, they have a hard time saying that word. Okay? Now, when you were having a conversation, you said in your sentence, it had attract. And you were supposed to say, it has with the S, it has to attract the audience. It has to attract the audience. So use has instead of had. Okay? Now, Ta, I want to help you with the pronunciation of the word audience. Audience. And I want to help you with the word impress. Impress. And pictures. Pictures. Practice saying those three words. Okay? Lynn, I want to help you with the word action. Action. Attract. Attract. Presentation. Presentation. And then under grammar, Lynn, it not bad, we don't say it like that. Okay, we have to say it's not bad. So don't forget to put the S after the T. It's not bad. Okay? Now, Dung, can bar, enthusiastic, enthusiastic, and lively, lively.
Lively.
Yeah. Yes. Now, what can help you with all of these new words to continue to say them properly is make sentences with those words. Okay, make sentences and say them over and over again in a new sentence. That will help you to remember the words and to say them correctly. Okay? So just remember that. Okay, very good. Now, please also remember this page right here, the wrap-up session of our lesson. Now, the wrap-up part of our lesson is when we try to remember all the new words that we learned. Okay, so remember those 6 words. Write them down. Write down the meaning, define the words, and then make sentences out of those words as well. That is really going to help you. Okay? Now, I may have sent to you a little note asking you to read out loud. Practice reading out loud, because that will really help you to become more fluent. Okay, so that's just a little bit of additional information that will help you to become fluent. Read out loud. Okay, read aloud. Now, before I leave, do any of you have any questions for me? Are there any questions from any of you?
Read aloud. Aloud.
Yeah, read aloud. Read aloud.
Read aloud.
Yes. So, does anybody have any questions?
No question. I have no question.
Okay, very good. Well, I hope I can see you again, because you're doing very, very good. Don't stop learning English. And please practice reading aloud, and you will become fluent, I promise you. Okay? All right. Have a good evening, everybody. We'll see you.